Hello coaster lovers. So most of you guys have probably ridden this type of roller coaster called a hypercoaster. If you don't know what that means, it's a classification for any roller coaster that is between the heights of 200 feet and 299 feet. And you may say to yourself, what was the first hypercoaster built? And the coaster that I'm referring to is Magnum XL 200. I know that Moonsault Scramble hit it first, but that doesn't really matter today. So in this video, I'm going to be giving my honest opinions on Magnum XL 200. So if you are new here and are going to ride this monstrosity of a creation, make sure to subscribe and smash the bell to see more reviews just like this. So let's hop into the presentation for this 1989 Hyper. So this coaster was originally inspired by Bandit at Yomiuraland. Dick Kinzel, the CEO of Cedar Fair at the time, got to ride Bandit and said, "Hey, I want that at Cedar Point." So in 1989, Magnum XL 200 opened to the public on May 6th of that year. So if Bandit did not exist, roller coasters wouldn't be the same. But anyway, let's go jump into the presentation. So when you're in the parking lot, you can barely see it because it's in the back of the park, and it's towards the left of Corkscrew's entrance, and it's pretty tucked back there, so expect to walk a lot between Corkscrew and Magnum. So after waiting in the line, you notice it has this lap bar, and we'll get to that later. So you enter the train, pull down the lap bar and dispatch, and that'll lead us into the ride experience. So you go through some straight track, then a little dip, and a right turn, and that will send you up to 205 feet into the Cedar Point skyline. And this lift takes a while, and the best part, the views are amazing. The lake, the park, the water park, it's an amazing sight of the entire peninsula. And before you know it, you crest the lift and dive down in a janky way 195 feet down while you are hitting 72 miles per hour. After that enormous drop is this big airtime hill that delivers no forces whatsoever. Then the track slightly bangs to the left and dives down into a tunnel, straightens out, and soars into this airtime mode that has great airtime. The lap bar doesn't really bother me during that hill, but it will come into play later. After that great moment is this weird looking helix that is pretty janky. Then you straighten out in a janky way as well into this triangle hill indoors. The airtime is way too powerful, for me at least. After that is an elongated airtime hill, which is okay. But that's the warm up for this row of triangle hills. And these airtime hills are so powerful it hurts. I said this in past videos, but the triangle hills on Magnum feels like a metal baseball bat hitting your legs over and over again. Let me give you a demonstration real quick. It's kind of like that. And before you know it, your 5,106 foot experience has come to a close. Now I'm going to give my honest thoughts on the layout. And it's a nice change of pace from an out and back. Like the turnaround is different from a normal turnaround. I do like the first half with the drop, first and second airtime hill, and turnaround, but the second half is way too aggressive for me. But that's pretty much all I have to say. Now, let's move on to my thoughts. So for my overall opinion, this coaster is good, but not great. The first half is really fun, but the second half is not so fun. Those triangle hills are really powerful, and you have a hard lap bar to go with it, so expect a mark after riding Magnum. The profiling isn't that great either, but you know, it was 1989 back then, and Aero did not know how to bank like how these modern manufacturers do it like Mach Rides and Intamin. It's also strange how the lift hill crest looks pretty weird. So to cap off this review, let's give out the final score. So to end off this review of Magnum XL 200, I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. This coaster is not great, but it's not horrible. I definitely experienced some worse Aeros out there, but this coaster is towards the top of my list of the Aero coasters that I have experienced. So I want to hear from you guys. Are you now ready to conquer Magnum XL 200? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to slap that like button and subscribe with it. If you want more reviews, you can go check out my playlist of reviews that I have made for different coasters that I have ridden. And before you go, make sure to keep that adrenaline pumping, and thanks for watching.